Hello, everybody. It's Friday. It has been a week. Originally, I thought we were possibly going to be doing the Zoku build on the Phoenix platform, but I had no time to prepare for that. It was a very busy week all around, and I didn't end up having time. So, tonight is not going to be that night. Instead, it's just going to be another night where we discuss RC things, projects that are around and whatnot. I had the Class 1 from last year on the bench because I've been trying to work on a hood mount because this needs to go to the new owner, Chris. And I've been just absolutely struggling. I had some test pieces in here. That was going to be just my original idea. Didn't work. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to this backup idea. So executed that and tried it last night. Guess what? Didn't work either. So back to the drawing board. I've got another approach that I think I can make work. I was less than thrilled that my idea didn't work last night. So I'll save you the struggle of me banging my head against my computer. Because the problem was that that was the project where I started doing the carbon fiber stuff and learning forged carbon fiber, and then learning then making up that process of using the silicone buck, which worked out really well for the hood. That was the first time I ever did that, and that's the only way that I do things now. But that meant that like my CAD data is not accurate like the rest of it normally would be because of the difference of how I was doing things. So I will not bore with the details, but that was what I hoped to be done with yesterday. Is now back to the drawing board. Hopefully all had a great week. I have done some work on the Axial Fest truck. Compared to how you saw it last time, it will be quite a bit different. This will be the build for that. The chassis is done. It is primed and painted in a metallic wheel paint. And I've got the carbon fiber hood done that I had talked about doing last week. So that is done. I'm actually going to do a flood coat of resin over the top of this to give me the clear coat look. I picked up some gold metal flake last week on here. I think it was Andy C., the guy who sent me the Liquid Death. He was just like, you should do the old school Burt Reynolds because of the original Bird Reynolds channel and do like the Smokey or Bandit theme. I was like, yes. So it'll match the gold wheels. There'll be some heavy gold flake in the carbon. This has just been wet sanded, so there is no shine to it, but you can see the look of that forged carbon. I think that I'm going to cut out the grill and put in a 3D printed insert. That's still the plan there. This whole thing went pretty well though, overall. And I've also got my inner fender. Hey, Andy C's in here. Thank you again, Andy. I continue to enjoy the Liquid Death, as always. But I've got my my inner fenders 3D printed in the final material. Hey, Chris Maxwell's in here too. Hey, anybody know? This is the PETG carbon fiber. And it fits beautifully. I also did a battery tray that sits down in there. There's a Velcro strap in there. There's a clamp on the back side of that that help so that the Velcro strap can't fall out or fall down or anything like that. I put some like ribbing details in the battery tray so that for some extra strength you can kind of see in there. But everything fits so well with the 3D scan data. Oof, So happy with that. Then in the back, we also have our 3D printed inner fenders in that same carbon fiber. And then in the back, you can see our exhaust with the exhaust mount cross brace. See it back there? That ties into those inner fenders. Comes out the tailgate. And underneath, you can see the exhaust goes back, and then there's that X pipe. I had that all done in blue before, but now it's finally done. And I also did carbon fiber slider covers that screw into place. We're just knocking it out. And my wife is in here. Hello, wife. Don't forget to switch from top chat to live chat, everyone. Yeah, that is, you know what, even me. Live chat. You will miss less details if you're in live. See it? Like the one I didn't even see. Our Patina guy, hello. I heard they are a pretty good AC/DC band at the past event. Did you... Wait, what? AC/DC? I don't listen to metal. No. I know AC/DC. I'm kidding. I'm not sure if you're aware, but I'm kind of a big deal on our show, but it's a little late for me in the UK. RC Daddy Reviews. I wasn't aware, but now I am aware. I have been awared. So, yes, it is late in the UK. I know what time it is in the UK right now because tomorrow is F1 in the UK. So I am in tune with your time zone. So while it's late for you today, it will be early for me tomorrow. Thanks for popping in. Joker510714, thank you, sir. Finally Friday. Hi, Josh in chat. Josh, old Compound Deluxe goat tires or Proline Ibex Blue Dot. Picked up some wheels and loaded dice for the sporty. Proline Ibex compared to the old Deluxe goat. I believe the new ones are tuned up. Gunner, my meat is really hot, and thank you, sir. Still working, and it's BS. Sitting at my desk listening to this garbage isn't helping. Tonight's code, hashtag need to win the lotto. Oh, Gunner, I'm right there with you. There's so many things I could do with that. Dana, thank you for making that post. I pinned it at the top. SatisfiedJerky.com. You can go there and get 10% off with that code. You have to use the hashtag. Tonight, if I'm gonna try and change it up for you, suggest another one. The Carolina Reaper, if you like hot stuff, is like proper hot, but still with flavor. There's hot beyond, but the Carolina Reaper is like, if you like make you sweat a little bit, but still needs some flavor, Carolina Reaper, that's the one. Anyway, a few other little details. I am doing a video on this truck, but it's going to be basically all in one video and very little like specific detail here and there. It's kind of just go through the whole thing. Just trying it just to see how the one video format works versus multiple. But I figure if you're here, you don't mind hearing some more detail compared to normal. But we got the RC four-wheel drive fuel cell mounted back there. The RC four-wheel drive fuel cell mounts to the mount that is also the exhaust. So that's like one combo piece, and it's layered in there in a couple of ways. But that works out pretty well. I feel like I should have extended the exhaust forward more, but I might fake that in with some sort of, other thing. We'll see. I got the Reefs 179 Smart servo in for the dig because there's no kill like overkill for a micro servo. What else can I tell you? The FOC Fusion Pro installed. That's 2300 kV. I got the Reefs 888 under the hood. Hood is over here, but the hood will be here. RC Underdog, thank you, Paul. Hey, Josh, just got my Falcon Phoenix in today and about to take it straight from the box onto the trail. Well, I believe it's been pretty freaking hot down where you are, so at least you're hitting it about the right time. glad you got it though. I really like the way that thing looked. That was an exciting one. I know that wasn't even out the last time we did this, so it's. I should have brought one of those and just sat it on the bench. I don't know why I didn't remember that. The thing is, like with these trucks, they've been like I've been having them around, like having to hide them for so long, and then when they do release, I'm like, yeah, I can be out now. It is. RC4 Drive is still the best fuel cell out there. Yeah, kind of is. It it looks pretty good. I do have a black one as well, and I don't know like if I should swap to the black or if just a little bit of red is a nice little touch. We'll see. It's an easy swap out. I can do it at any time. You see the Beef Tubes fuel cell posted today? I did. I feel like the hardware is too big. I don't know. It looks too busy. I feel like this one still is done a little bit better. I don't know. That might just be me. It just looks, I don't know, all the hardware. I like scale hardware for detail and things like that, but it's still, it's nice. It's licensed, fuel safe, but I don't know. It's up to interpretation. Hardware around the edges was a little much. Yeah. Hardware is big and the Beef Tubes text could be much more subtle. Daniel Hench, James from Cletus YouTube channel just posted a picture of his RTR Phoenix. Haha, that's rad. Where'd he post that, Daniel? That's cool. I've been chatting back and forth a little bit with him and Ty, and it's been, I can nerd out. I can fangirl out a little on it, right? I like YouTube as well. Big fan. Love that channel. Skeeter93, much appreciated. Your first super chat. Very much, thank you. Just ordered my Pro yesterday and a lot of VP goodies. Now I will be eating ramen for the next week. Looking forward to it. My first Vanquish product. Hey, thank you. Congratulations. Pro is one of my favorites. It's still one of my favorites. There's a few things that I like to do to mine here and there, but it's just excellent. He posted it on his Instagram. Oh, that's sick. I'll have to go look. Chris Maxwell, did I get you to start looking for a Hot Wheels edition Camaro? No, you did not. I just didn't know that they made one. Not that I wanted one. Honestly, if I was gonna pick, I do love the ZL1 1LE. Like, it's so ridiculously gaudy that I'm like, I kind of like it. But I would probably choose a newer Mustang over one. I don't know why. Nicole loves the Mustang. She does. Nicole likes fast cars in general. It's a problem. Dan P, thank you. The fucking Fusion fits the Phoenix VFD, I assume. Yes. So the Pro is a little bit shorter. It'll drop right in. And the Fusion, the regular Fusion, you might have to take off the rear cap to get it in there. It's not that big of a deal. I fit them in there, but sometimes you have to massage it. The only thing is, if you use the Pro, you might have to shave the upper link mount on the passenger side, just like with an X-Acto knife, like with a millimeter. It's super easy. But yes. What else? I saw one in here. Set. Glad to see Vanquish is being repped at Overland Expo in Pacific Northwest by 74 Weld. Too cool. Yeah, it was awesome. 74 Weld guys came by the Vanquish shop yesterday, and we sat down with those guys for a few hours, walked them through the shop. They're a big machine shop down in San Diego as well. So they came through and, we talked shop and showed machines and different ways we do things versus how they do things. If you're not familiar with 74 Weld, they do full-size portals that are just beautifully machined. And I took their logo and lasered it onto some of our aluminum portal covers for the F10 axles and gave them a truck with that, lasered up and kind of prettied up. We put their logo on the body just for fun. Had a good time. Gave them truck and battery charger. Said, hey, go have fun. Enjoy. We enjoy your stuff. They were RC guys from back in the day, or still are. So it's just, everybody loves toys, man. Everybody loves toys. Eric Baker, thank you. Josh, a buddy of mine just bought 2 stock bumpers for his son's 2 stock bombers. I'm sorry, bombers for his son's drive at AxeFest. He asked me what battery to run for the stock electronics. Run a 3S. I mean, if they're gonna like trail and stuff like that, get like a 4,000 pack. Get a nice size pack so they can go trail for 2 hours at a time and not worry about it. Absolutely. Like Joker 510-714. What goat tire are you running, Josh? Ordering the deluxe and just get the new compound set to have alongside my Ibex. Boy. Is it identified? Silvers and golds. So silver in the rear, gold in the front. And that would not have been by my choice. That would have been by the suggestion of the guys from Deluxe. So we're talking about robots, MOAs, motor on axle. If you're not familiar, motor on the front. This is the front. Motor on the front, motor on the rear. So sick. Freaking love robot crawlers. Can you fit a 4,000 milliamp pack in a bomber? I did. I used to run a 4,000 pack in mine. I think you can fit a 5,000 pack in there even. So, just doesn't fit. Push a little harder. Matt's not here. Show off the MOA and Sporty. Where's my ammo? Where's my Sporty? Here's the Sporty. This will be just a perfect... There's so many of you who are soon going to do this. I know it. I know so many people love scale trucks. Yes, yes, yes. But then they start getting into this performance of these cheater trucks. And then it's just like, well, your truck doesn't look scale anymore. And at that point, just make it perform as good as possible and go to something like a Sporty. So this little thing, see that little chassis? This is the Deluxe Portal Trans in there. Tiny little transmission. I mean, it's just, there's nothing to it. And this has got Capra axles front and rear. I've got SSD brass knuckles on the front, basically stock rear. Deluxe shocks. This is the Axial hardline body. It was originally done on the Axial XR10 back in the day. But, I mean, these things, these front wheels. So the wheels are done really odd, but it's got these hangers, and then those are tungsten weights that rotate, that sit inside of the wheel. They don't rotate. They're fixed to the knuckle. But it just shoves your center of gravity into the ground. Of course, you got servo on axle, battery on axle. And it's just it's a 2.2, so a little bit larger tire. Oh shit, these are the Proline Ibex. Oh wait, no, we were talking about the other one before. I cannot tell you how drained I am. We did the last batch of Trucks of Freedom yesterday and today. Getting them all ready. I put them on the site before I left. And I worked the girls until they were so done with me. They were so done with me. They were so mad. I was just I walked in this morning, was just like, hey, why are you over here and not over there finishing what you didn't get done yesterday? Go. And then they got that done. Like, oh, we're done. I'm like, cool. That was what you were supposed to get done yesterday. Now here's what we got to get done today. Oh, so mad. But I bought them lunch, and then next week I will try to. I'll smooth things over then, but this week I had to push them. So, oh, I missed one from Joker. You said a while back, LCG is a tease of performance. That made me get the deluxe setup. I wonder why not battery on axle, servo on axle. I wonder why not battery on axle, servo on axle. This is battery on axle, servo on axle. What mount is that? This is all from Deluxe. So if you don't know Deluxe Fab, you can look them up. This whole kit, like everything here, you just buy from them. Just click the options you want. This is the Asylum Sporty. It's just everything. You can even get electronics from them. I did not get my electronics from them. You can. But this is just, that's links, drive shafts, shocks, servo mount. It's just everything. So yeah, more Starbucks for the girls next week. Dart, that is 100% true. I'm sorry. Are we starting to comp again? Nicole loved the comp stuff. That's the hope. Just gotta go find the events. There isn't a lot, but yes, we should go comping again. You didn't know that I built these? Oh yeah, remember we were supposed to go to, you forgot. We were supposed to go to this big comp with these. I built both of them for it, and then we happened to get the sick that made us not be able to leave the house at that time, remember? By the way, what size SLW hub would be the same as 22 millimeter hubs? Servo on axle, like the Punk 3D. 22 millimeters is, it's probably an 850. So 850 times, what's it, 0.850 times 25.4, yeah, is 21.59. So an 850 hub is what you're after. The vid, exactly. Exactly. There was just one in Arizona a couple weeks ago. I know. I would have liked to have gone to that, but timing right now, it's always busy. Everything is always busy. We're always busy, but show the flex, please. Flex is about like normal. It's about a tire. About the height of one tire. This isn't the 24 scale world where those nerds try to twist their whole truck around. These are body posts that just screw off, screw on. Sick. I need to get this body painted, but we'll get to that at another day. Hellbilly, thank you. Tomorrow is my 49th birthday. Well, for one, happy birthday. 49 forever. 49 forever. Have a good one tomorrow. Cheers to Hellbilly, everybody. Celebrate with it. Gate reverse. You're not supposed to yell. You hide the penalties. Northwest RC Adventures. Thank you. Hi, Josh. Have you replaced all the bearings on a TRX4 2-speed transmission? Is it a pain in the butt or an easy job to do? It is not a pain in the butt. I have a video that is like step-by-step breakdown and put back together. The whole thing. It's got like 150,000 views. Everything is there that you need, and it should get you every single step. Check that out. And I think I do one for the axles too if you need to get in there. But the transmission is easier than the axles for sure. So, Joker, pick a date for a sporty to crawl. I'll make the drive to Sacramento or surrounding for the Bay. Yes, we need to. I mean, I definitely could. I bet I could even talk Nicole into the Bay if I, tempt her into other things around the Bay Area. And I need to go to the Bay to pick up a bunch of other RC stuff I bought many months ago. And I have to go pick up from go pick up from Ampro. Seems like it's been a while since you touched a TRX4. It had, well, kind of. My TRX 4000 is at the office. So we've been, discussing things here and there because I got to make that thing heavier now. So trying to figure out how I'm going to weld the frame that's going to support all of it and then become like so I can click the handle into it so I can carry that thing around like a briefcase. That's the, it's got to happen. It's got to be done before Proline. That's the rule. Proline by the fire. Got to be ready to go. Got to be ready for them Vasquez brothers. Really digging the F10 portals. I want to run underdrive. I want to underdrive the rear. What ring and pinion would be recommended? Really not looking for crazy overdrive, just something mild. You'll want the VPS 08331, which is the Vanquish. It's about 10% underdrive for the rear. It's a 33 tooth ring gear and 8 tooth pinion. So that's the one. VPS 08331. Somebody type that in for him. We'll just get the body attached since I don't need to worry about it then. Getting ready to make kids cry. Exactly. Where'd you get the XR10 body? I've had this XR10 body since I owned XR10s. I've had this body for 10 years. At least. I've lived in 3 states since I originally owned this body. But I do believe that they were in stock at A-Main last time I checked. So, yeah. Can't find besides Amazon. Oh, they got bought up. Dang it. Rumors are that you and Matt are starting a new series called Going Through the Trash. Got it, thanks. Had a pen and paper ready. Look, on top of it. But yeah, that'll be your easy drop-in solution. That's, I think we installed that on the AxioFest build last week. So, it is nice, like this. Lean it. It still just goes right back. Love the sport. Can't wait to see it crawl. Yeah, I need to get it out on the rocks. I know it. It's ready to go. It's bound to my radio. Endpoints are set. Things going. I just have to paint the body and drive it. The Pro needs a little bit more work on some wiring, but very little. Gonna do a Super. Oh, I've considered it. I need to go comping again, and then if I can comp more than twice in a year, then maybe a Super will be in my future. Thomas Bialzik, thank you, sir. If you could throw the bag of random hardware into my Trust Freedom Monday, that'd be great. I will have no idea which one yours is. I mean, until it's in, and even then. Oh my God. Do those have dig, Josh? The one in front of you. A Sporty does not. It is not allowed. You can't run dig at all. That was kind of the stipulations of the class. Just like class 1, 2, and 3, the same there's different classes. A sportsman class or a sporty class has to be shaft driven and no dig. So it's dirt simple. Just all on you for steering. But the other one, the robot up there that had the front and rear motors, that has like the ultimate dig overdrive ability because it's independently controlled. So you just do it all with the electronics. You turn off the rear motor, you basically lock it, and then you can dig around. Or you can do the same thing with the front. You stop the front motor and you can do a rear burn to get it to kind of come around, depending on what kind of incline you're at. If you're on a side hill, it's pretty wicked, and you steer the front up, and then you do a little bit of rear burn, it'll oftentimes, just by gravity, it'll rotate the truck around. Then you can also, in your controller, just adjust the proportioning of the power. So rather than doing 100% as far as throttle, you'd back the rear off to like 60%. Now all of a sudden you've got that 40% overdrive. Pretty wild. Pretty fun. But some of the benefits and bonuses of MOA versus sporty. The fact that there's no rear steer robot class is weird. There is. It's super class. Super class, anything goes. You can have rear steer. It's MOA, rear steer, wild tires. But, the thing is that if you had like our regular 2.2 Pro with rear steer, it'd be pretty wild. 12-inch tires. Yeah, I don't know that there's a limit, but you definitely don't want to go crazy because the gates are only so wide. So it's kind of this balance between everything. Yeah. Dan P, thank you. I have deluxe shocks in my class 1. What spring can I run for droop? The front lifts so much when ascending. I do not run droop. I don't care for droop. It's just not the type of suspension style that I like for a lot of reasons. But it was always the Bic pen style. You put the spring inside to keep it closed. It's just not. It's not a style that I'm going to have a bunch of input for you on, just because we used to run droop back in the day, and it was we used to run it in like comp trucks, and then in the end we're just like, no, that's not the style that we want as far as performance goes. So went to sprung suspension, and that's been where I've lived ever since. Like we were like, this works better than droop in competition. I was just like, there's no reason for me to do that differently with a scale truck. Hey Josh, hate your videos, but I need your help. I saw several videos. You were in the garage and I saw some Hoosier micro tires. Are you going micro sprint racing? Those are for my mini trike. If you go back a little bit further, you'll see my mini trike that runs 3 of those sprint tires on it. So that's what those are for. It's all broken down because I need to get that whole thing powder coated. So that's why the tires are off the wheels and it is not in trike format currently. But yeah, I do have video on that whole mini trike, some during the build and all that. Is the powder coat dry? I just need to get it. Need to go get it done next week. Next week I'll drop that off. Somebody remind me. My Phoenix shocks leak out the bleeder screw. Any tips? It could be the cap could be stripped. Easy thing with that though is take out that screw, put a drop of CA on the screw itself, like a thread lock, and put it back in there. It'll still come out. It'll just kind of like reform or reform the threads, but with that. And if you just want an easy fix, that's worked. It's easy to over tighten that screw and then cause it to leak oil. So yeah. You going to race Ultra 3 at KOH next year? Nope. Hard no. I'm not racing 3-wheelers. So 3-wheelers are not for me. So there we go. We'll put the sporty away. We don't need to scare everybody off with the non-scale stuff. stepping over the Axial Fest truck. I do have some things to figure out still on this. That's going to be the next fun thing to do. Now would be a good time to insert ads, it says. Your MX didn't make it yet either? No, it did not. It's okay. I'm fine with it. I'll get it when I get it. I'm not worried about it. I have not got shipping notification. Nope. When will you build a twin motor FCX that functions like... I am not interested in the mini stuff. Never, probably. I still have an FMF FCX 24 over there, and I just don't like it. I had 2 of them. I got rid of one of them already. I do not enjoy working on it. I didn't enjoy driving it. I just got rid of all the 124th and 124 stuff, other than kept the AX24 and the TRX4M. Everything else I got rid of. Joker, do you build loaded dice weights while assembling the wheel, or can you maneuver hanger into the wheel after it's assembled? What hub you running on the Sporty? I'd have to measure, look real close at the hub. I actually can't remember how I did that, but I think I just saw it. Yes, JJ just popped in here. JJ is your man to answer that question. I'm pretty sure I'm running 850 hubs. It was whatever I had to do to clear. But I do not remember how I had to assemble the... I think that you could drop them over it. I'm almost positive. Almost positive. Speaking of 3-wheelers, solid tuk-tuk chase scene in the new Indiana Jones movie. Okay. I'm listening. I'm listening. And JJ, we just got done doing robot talk, so you're late. When are you going to trade me a Falcon Edition for a bunch of Hot Wheels? Oh, man. You know, I can only imagine what that box would cause for. So, yeah. I'm super excited though for the Falcon. I've seen people getting them already, driving them. They look great in photos that, people are taking themselves. So it's been pretty awesome. I'm happy with seeing how everybody is receiving that. Any idea how many Falcon RTRs will be made? I know exactly how many will be made. Yes, I do. To the exact number. Let's possible to still get a Falcon RTR in Trucks Freedom? Yep, I made more of them today with them even. And I can't remember if the Falcons got it too, but there was also some new wheels, not new wheel style, but a new wheel color combo for this round that got dropped in today. It is Dark Earth or Flat Earth, whatever you'd like to call it. But that was the only Dark Earth wheels that we did this round. They got put in there. So more or less than Rippers. More than Rippers. Rippers there was only 100 and something of. So it wouldn't be worth paying a photographer and graphic artist to do the boxes for that many. Josh, is that a Mojave body on the floor? It is. It is a Mojave body and an extra cab body. The extra cab, I believe that's Tim's Hunsikers. But yeah, the Mojave body is for the Scale Garage Systems rear bed rack. The Jeep and Realtor, what do you do for a living? Kidding. Your VS10 Pro build video has been priceless. So here's my $9.99. Turns out there was a price to it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Realtor. Can I call you Realtor? Real? Package 1 sold out. Yeah, we only did a smaller number of those again, and so it is package 2s will be all that are left for this week. 4 or 5 figures on the Falcon count. Oh God, not 5 figures for sure. Even 4 figures, like these are pretty limited. And so, green 105s are fine. The green 105s did look great. These other darkers also look real good. They're on 105s too. Everybody loves 105s, isn't it? There's also some dark earth impacts, but they didn't make it into any of the boxes. They came too late. Even the dark earth 105s just came too late. And today I had to I need this many sets. And they're like, no, do not have time. Do not have time. And I was like, just this number. Were there any discussions around numbering the Falcon trucks? There was. And it's just another thing. It was just not enough time. Had to get a project done and out. And so nope. There will not be a straight axle version or non-portal. Nope. The ones that you see are the only ones that there will be, and that's it for that. That was a one-time agreement on that livery. So you get that one, and the bodies will not be sold separately. So you can get it on that truck, and that's it. When is Vanquish discontinuing the Pro and Ultra? Technically, it's already discontinued. It's just whatever's left in stock. So, and like if there's only a number on the website, like we still have some. They just have to be, we have to put the rest of the parts in there that we make. But yeah, there's not very many left, and then those will be gone. Will there be a regular Portal RTR though? Not this time, no. Damn you, limited editions. Mine says it'll be delivered Tuesday. Sick. If you sign my Trust Fortune box. See, the problem is that I don't get to work until 5 hours after, between 4 and 5 hours after they start shipping. So by that time, sometimes I'm not seeing a box in the middle of a stack that I'm not getting to. I run a slightly different shift than the packaging department. So you stroll into the office at 10 a.m. like 9 to 9:15. But Dan is an old man, so he gets up at 3 a.m. and he's to work by 4:30. So, because like a lot of our machine shop guys, a lot of them start at 4:35, because it's a machine shop. So, especially in the summer, like they'll get in there and then they're gone by 1:30, which is fine. A lot of our machines are automated, robotic. So they're there for a certain time. They're pulling parts that are finished off, reloading. They'll swap out stuff during the day, but then they leave and the machines just keep running. So that shop gets blazing hot. That is exactly right, Ben. Ben has been to our shop in late July before, and the doors were already closed. So it just started getting hot. It's pretty spicy in there. So That's why I stay later, to keep the doors open. Keep it cool. Golf course hours. Well, isn't golf course early too? I don't know. They start shipping at 3 a.m. Yeah, I'm like between 4 and 5 is usually when that starts. So yeah. And as far as like other 4 a.m. to 1 a.m. Yeah. It's a pretty reasonable time. And I think Dan is probably in bed by 7. Y'all need some AC. That would be nice. That would be nice. Who gets the text alert when a machine goes sideways in the middle of the night? Nobody. All of our machines are capable of that, but that is not on. We don't do that. Our shop runs mainly offline, so that like machines aren't tied to outside or to the internet at all. Just keep things safe. We run like an internal system that is not connected online. Like my design computer online, not online. I have a separate computer that is online, just like a best way to be safe, cyber safe. But yeah, we don't do like the text alert alarms or on machines, anything like that, because in the end, there's very rarely a toy truck emergency. So, will you guys stop making offset front portal F9s? Will we stop making them? Not anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Summer heat was the worst part of being a painter in Autobot. Oh, in Georgia especially. Alex, offline? What is this? The 80s? It's just the way we 100% know that nothing can happen to that. I bet you still use floppy disks. We have a very nice server set up. We have backups off-site and on-site. See? What are your side panels going to look like? They will go from this bar here, come back. They'll come back and there'll be a wheel fender opening, and then it'll come back to the corner. So as far as the actual covering, it will be a wrap. I'll have a wrap printed here before too long. Those CNCs will take over once they get online. Yeah. What? No toy truck emergency? It's when you go home, there's enough things that could pop up. You don't need a text from a Matt Sura saying that it broke a tool. You suck. But could you list the Phoenix interiors on the site? I absolutely should have had that done this week. I have them. They're there. And they're available. I just needed to finish the rest of it. And I didn't have time for that because of Trucks of Freedom. Yeah, so next week things will get back to normal. A little bit more normal at least. I have a couple of fun projects that I've got to get done, and a handful of monotonous things. But I have a lot of fun projects that I get to tackle next week that I've been putting off for a month or 3. Can you still get trucks? Wait, can I still get Trucks of Freedom still? They're available right now. I put them on the site before I left today, and could walk away. Are you doing a forged carbon roof panel? No, I'm not. Aluminum roof panel. The way I drive, I think aluminum's best. what I haven't decided is what style I'm going to do. So one thing that I was going to do, and or that the original version of this did, is it had a wide B-pillar panel. And I think that was a good look. So I think that I'm going to incorporate a wide B-pillar insert that goes up, comes across and down. And I'll probably do that out of that carbon PETG. And maybe incorporate in some lights. And part of what I would like to do with that is I'd like to maybe do the addressable strips and then do like QLED programmed chip to get me the style that I'm after, like the Ultra 4 style with the outside reds, an amber and a flashing blue. So we'll see if we have time for that. It's a project that I've wanted to learn the programming on. Shouldn't be difficult programming in the slightest, like the most basic of basic that there is. But I haven't played with it yet, so. What is Phoenix? Body idea. I didn't see it. What his body idea was. Do you cap shocks compressed or extended or in the middle? I do it fully compressed. So if it's a emulsion shock and there isn't compensation for oil to go any further, if you don't do it at full compression, then you're forcing it to build pressure inside. And that is what will blow oil out of your seals, unless you're underfilling and there's enough room for that. So that's the reasoning for that. Different people will have different reasoning. I'm basically creating a small amount of vacuum, but I'd rather have vacuum than I would pressure. So if I hear you right, your inner Josh really wants to do forged carbon roof panel with the lights built in. I mean, I would, ideally, if I had time, I would do forged panel all the panels. Forged carbon all the panels. I don't have time for that. And in the end, I plan to sell the truck. So, let's not get goddamn ridiculous on everything I ever do always. Instead, let's make some reasonable decisions here and move forward. Seems like something you could draw up on STL Sunday. I mean, I could draw it up on an STL Sunday. Or I could already have the roof panel done by Saturday. So, because if I draw it on Sunday, print it Sunday, then I got to load the mold. Well, I got to do the silicone for the mold Monday. Well, I've got to film Scale News on Monday, so maybe I have time, hopefully. Say I do. That. Then the next day, Tuesday, I can load the carbon fiber into it. Put it out there. Then Wednesday, after live stream, I can theoretically pull the roof out of the mold if it's not a little too late. Say it is too late though. Then I'm Thursday by the time I'm starting to do the wet sanding of that, fitting, trying to make sure that it mounts well, those type of things. I'm Thursday, probably Friday if I'm going to do a top coat, because I'm going to do the top coat of glitter. So I'm a week out on a roof panel. That's ridiculous, right? Ordered my first crawler with Trucks of Freedom. Hit the jackpot with a pro kit. I may have bought the base camp kit to mess with yesterday. I'm hooked. Just dove all the way in right away. Pro kit, first truck. It's a good... Your supply chain sucks. I understand that sentiment. I fully agree. But I'm just saying, that's a week. Anyway, so yes, aluminum roof aluminum sides, and the interior is what is kind of currently kicking my ass. I've got a seat combo designed up that it's both seats, which I hope, after just staring at it here for a second now, that I'm going to be able to fit in through this windshield together. Shoot. Well, that'll be interesting. It'll either fit or it won't. And if it doesn't, I'll have to slice it up. Oh, I didn't think about that at the time. I didn't put a bar down the middle of this windshield specifically because I can't get the transmission in and out of this without, if it has a bar there. And also, this cage is welded to this chassis. It's important. It's not welded everywhere. It's welded up in the front, but it's not welded in the back or in the middle. There's reasons behind that. Either way, it needs to be able to come in and out of there. We'll see. We'll see. It's just the little realizations. Most of the things that I think of, sometimes too late. Oof. Just curious if you've ever heard anything about the Phoenix body. I sent an email. Yeah, you have to, again, as long as it's a brief email follow-up. Also, customer service is super busy right now. I'm not in customer service, so I can't help exactly with those things. Let's see. I just got a Phoenix Portal Edition from the sale and was wondering what KV should go for brushless. It's kind of a personal preference thing, like what wheel speed you like, if you want to slow crawl or whatnot. 2300 if you like to be able to just slow crawl but have a little bit of wheel speed. 2700 if you like to try and shoot up some stuff. If you're just like you like slow crawl just only, you want to see that super technical stuff, go 1800. Kind of my ranges for you. I like 2700 many and often. Many times and often. What is... My wife is home safe. Not here, but she was on the road. She was watching on the road. She wasn't driving. Don't worry. 60% of the time, works every time. Yeah, I'll run a 2700 kV on 4S because I like to jump these trucks. And it's a lot of fun. But you gotta be ready for what that entails. And not everything is made for that type of, but if you get machined gears in there, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Yes, hit the like button if you're enjoying currently. Why is this notification up? Sorry. There it goes. The only problem I found with the hobby is that I need a 3D printer. And maybe I need to learn to weld. Oh, that's the thing. Like, the only reason I have 3D printers and welders and things like that is because of this stuff. And I'm like, I want to learn this. I want to do that. I got to learn this on my own. It's just when I've been obsessed with this hobby for almost 20 years. Holy crap. 19 years right now. I started in July of 2004 and I was just obsessed, and then it just kept going. And it's July. Wow. 19 years. That's scary. And I've been working professionally in the field since 2007. 2007 is when I started doing design work for companies in RC crawling and scale. So, dang, long ass time. I don't even remember what the point of that was. I just realized. But anyway, yeah, when I started getting that, kept going. Like I remember paying a guy to make a tube chassis for me the first time, and it was shit. Tried that, and then later on, I started doing like Death Metal Garage, DMG, still around, still making a bunch of stuff. He would do like my tube work for me, and he was great. And I would have something. I'd be like, okay, can you build this for me? Can you build that for me? And then I started getting to the point where I was like, oh, I want to modify. So I did like some metal work on the chassis after he made it for me, like adding some detail panels and some little things here and there. And then I started like, okay, well, I'm going to cut off the bottom of this chassis and make a new thing of it that like tucks it up a little bit better. Did that. And I was like, okay, well, I'll start with my own. And it just kept going. More tools. Yeah. So tools are everything. I love tools. I started in 81. I wasn't born in 81, but yeah. I've still been obsessed with it for a good while and a lot of hours. Like a lot of hours. Like every day during work and then every day for the rest of the night too. Jerry is the man, Casey Crowley. Yep. I talked to Jerry the other day when he was over at my buddy Neil's house. Talked to him there for a little while. Always good to talk to Jerry. Jerry did a lot for the Kansas City crawling scene. And definitely I can't imagine what my involvement in this would all still be if he hadn't made that scene quite what it was. I need a tube chassis for my VS410 RTR. I'll pay. Nope. I will not build for contract. But I will encourage you to buy tools, and because you can do it. So, can you make a tube chassis perform though? You can. You can make them specifically to perform. You can make them light where they need to be. You can make them, have the clearances and all that. But it depends. It's that balance of style and performance of where you really, like when I'm building this, it is not for the ultimate performance, because you put a Lexan body on this bare chassis, it is going to absolutely perform better. But this will be so much cooler than your Lexan body with sand ladders shoe gooed in the bed. Last live stream you were talking about Formula Drift Falken drivers. Falken has dropped out of Formula Drift. Matt Fields drives for GT Radial and GTP. Took the year off. Yep. Yeah, I talked to Justin Pollock is a big RC guy and a friend. He still reached out and wanted to grab one of the Falken ones. They're still they don't have the team, but they're still supporting in ways. Even like Justin Pollock, even though he kind of took the year off from actually doing Formula Drift, still doing events and things like that. Titanium TVP Sporty Build. Let's see. Trying to think I don't think that there would actually be a benefit to titanium over the carbon. I think that the carbon is just otherwise I'd absolutely do it. I really want the Oakenshield Bender, just the lack of skill to use it to its potential. It's so much easier than it sounds. Do you ever get to Monterey looking to make a trade? I have a 1-bedroom casita on my property. Trade for one of your RTR used trucks. Don't make it to Monterey, or I haven't ever, but need to. Definitely need to. I know my wife would love the trip. Titanium would make epic sparks when sliding down the rocks. You can scorch or anodize titanium. Well, there's that. I do love the titanium. I would have liked to have done this project in titanium. It's just the amount. It's expensive to do to titanium. It's expensive to titanium because, you know, I had all of the laser cut stuff done. This roof panel, my side panels, the rear tailgate, the sliders, and all that. And for this whole truck, I had 2 sets made, twice as many as I need to, and it still only cost me $60. So I was like, if I would have done all that out of titanium, I probably would have been at like $300 or so, maybe a little bit more, $300 to $400. So I was like, let's be reasonable and build it out of steel. So, you know, also it's easier. So you can just kind of, what's $300 amongst friends? I know. I make those arguments to myself all the time. That's where my problems start. Like, well, yeah, it's $300, and like that's expensive, but like that's, you know, the hard body cost you $200, and then you just got to like build the rest of it anyway. Ties 5 to 6 times the cost. Yeah, Ben, it is. I'm pretty sure I could. Well, let's just see. I can go to. Let's see exactly what it would be. We'll go to cutsend.com, and I'll log in because my parts will already be saved. So let's just add to cart. I have a lot of things in my cart, I guess. Oh, there we go. I need 2 of those. Okay. Parts. Let's 2 of those. I need 1 of those. I need 1 of those. Two of that part. Oh man, I forgot about this other one. Cart. And add to cart. So view cart now. So 2 of those. I'm doing just the number of parts that I would need, not doing the double like I did previously. 2, 2, 2, and oh, these are change material. How much does the truck weigh? It's a great question. I don't know. I have not weighed it. We'll go a little bit thinner on the titanium as well. Oh, are we taking guesses on the order? Eric Baker is at $223. 37. Let's see. You can all get your guess to $420 plus $69 shipping. Nice. We'll see how close or how far away I was. About $350. There's that. Change this one. So I'm having to go through and change the materials. Oops. Part by part. I think I already did that one. I don't know why it's still. I haven't actually. I wasn't saying that was the actual price before. I was just. 2 parts left. Price at $1. Price is Right rules. You gotta be kidding me. We're talking 6 pieces. This piece up top, then there's this side frame on each side. There's also a bulkhead in the front and back so you can see it goes up, across, and down, and the tailgate, and then 2 pieces for that create the sliders. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces total. It's a long process to change all these materials. It's not my favorite part. Okay, last one. Crawler with exhaust pipes, maybe? That is what that is. You see the little mufflers back there and everything? Aren't I fancy and unnecessary all at the same time? Okay, we have a final price. And in the end, I was way off. These parts are not very big, evidently, and it would have only cost me $155.67. Maybe I should have done it. Huh. Really thought that would have been more. But that is true. That is one time. I bought 2 sets of all this for $60. So 30, you know. Still 5 times more expensive than, right? Yeah. There's still time to redo it. No. 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 I win at 150, right? I would say, yeah, I can't imagine anyone got closer than that. That's impressive. $155 it would have cost me to do those parts in titanium. But also, I would have had to have some extra tabs made for a couple of spots. That would have been about it. It wouldn't have cost me much more. Okay, there you go. Who knows? I don't know why I don't even know why I entertained that idea. Oh, well, if there are extra tabs, it's a waste. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And hello, everybody checking it. Again, hit the like button. We're at 172 out of 400 people that are here. Hit that thing. It helps. YouTube has been a bear lately. Just throw it away in a box with my address on it and start fresh with titanium. You know, I would. I just don't know if I can get another base camp in time. It's going to be hard. So anyway, I was talking about interior before. I've got a seat platform that it goes up. It's carved out around this mini servo and the motor. It's like the center of the driver's seat has got a big hump in it that slides over the motor. I think the motor is going to be exposed in front of it, and that's just going to be the way it is. I'll have a dash that comes over top of the transmission that's styled similarly to an actual Escalade dash. Fancy. And we'll have a floor that is pretty much complete around the things. There's still going to be like some of the transmission tunnel and that showing, but I think I'm just going to be like, this is fine. It's an RC car. Don't worry about it. Could you do a hinge system to make it easier to take the interior out? Nope, because the cage is welded to the chassis. Also, you only got to put it in there once, and then you're done. So you just make it a pain in the ass to do one time and walk away. I'm a firm believer of just get it done and don't overcomplicate things. Any reason, thank you, Tom Bayek, I think I say that right. Any reason I shouldn't flip my skid on a high-low and run the 3 gear with the motor forward? No, I mean, that's fine. If you're running a 3 gear, yeah, do that. That's the stock configuration that transmission came in most SCX 10s, or all SCX 10s, most SCX 10 2s, or all SCX 10 2s even. So yeah, that's like the regular way that it was meant to run. Close enough for government work. Exactly. Where's the Shelf Queen trophy, Josh? So technically the Shelf Queen trophy was a like magnetic pit mat, which I've never been shy of saying that I don't care for magnetic pit mats. I just don't. It's pronounced Bajak. What? No way. So I've never been a fan of that. So I think I gave that one to Trace out of Georgia, Alabama area, somewhere down yonder near the Chattahoochee where it gets hot. Yes, wait, we've had this conversation. Sounds right. I'm sure that I have. Frosting or Cool Whip on brownies? Cool Whip. Frosting is okay. It's overrated. I would rather not have frost. If it was between brownies or brownies with frosting, I would have regular brownies. Josh, how's the taste of that liquid death? Fantastic. Mango chainsaw. It's the way to go. Absolutely. Cool Whip. Why do you keep emphasizing the H? What are you talking about? Ice cream on brownies? What the fuck are y'all doing? Oh, for sure. Ice cream with brownies, 100% a better combo. But don't put frosting on brownies. That's just cake. That is dense cake. Matt is checking in. Hey, jerks. Had to check in and say hi. Busy time. Matt is saying that he's still busy at work. Even though, I mean, he could be. I just never seen him do that much work. We talked the other day. What did you not like about the no prep RC racing? You know, it was one of those things like at first I thought it was cool and enjoyed it. Went out to a number of the races locally because it's a big scene. And it's one of those things like there's no way that I'm going to devote as much time to it as I do these. Because for one, while there is like, yes, there is some customizing here and there and builds. In the end, the builds are pretty boring. Like they're just, you find somebody else's chassis and you bolt it. Like, I don't know. They're boring to me. In comparison, you know, so especially the crazier and crazier they get, the more and more boring those cars are. Just like race cars, like buggies and things like that. I think those are the most boring. Like, so it's, yeah, I don't know. It got, I do like the data side of it. Like analyzing what works for you, changing your tunes and what that can do to your, you know, watching, looking at telemetry, data logs. That part of it I think is great, and I would really like digging into that side of it. But so much of the rest of it, I'm good. So it was something that I was very easily determined. I was like, not for me. I can bow out of this. Josh doesn't like the no prep part of it. It's a more money game. There is that. I mean, the guys who are into it spend a lot on keeping cars fast and all of it, for sure. And you know, that part of it I get. That's every hobby. They're all like that. So yeah, it's you know, it's a lot of work. And if you want to play at the top, it is a lot of work and a lot of money. You have to do both. You can't just have a lot of money and win, and you can't just do a lot of work. You need both. I love bracket racing. Placed third in 3 events of the Stock Tier 10. I just don't like bracket racing. Like, I don't like it in the full size world, and I don't like it in RC world either. I get it. I get why it's a thing, consistency, and yeah. But I've never really enjoyed bracket racing in the full size world either. And I'm good. Now, if they just had a knockout class, like you could only run a 1.8. 1.8 is the breakout. You have to just be as fast as you can and hit a 1.8. I like that better than being just like 2.5 is my dial in, and I'm going to run a 2.5 consistently all day. It's not fun to me, or not exciting. Perry G, you say the Oakenshield bender isn't as hard to use as it looks, but I just choked myself frying habaneros with my fajita meat. Perry G, I got peanut butter in one of my paint jobs one time. I was painting a body for one of my comp trucks, and somehow I was like, how did I get peanut butter in that body while I was painting? That's an index class. Yeah, I'm fine with the index. That's a little bit better to me, but bracket racing is I have no interest in bracket racing. Was the body chocolate? No, it was an Axial XC1 body, the same one that the Axial AX24 is modeled after, and I was painting it orange, and there was a brown spot in there. Like, what do you know? Yeah. I don't really remember what I did at that situation. I think I just acknowledged and moved on. Like, what are you gonna do? So I just opened the D bag, and I have aluminum bearing mounts, normal for truck stream truck, for them to be in the bearing bag. Is it a Pro? If it's a Pro, yes, it is. I won so much money with my 10.5 Cutlass. Peanut butter is my favorite food group. It's its own food pyramid. Like, yeah. Phoenix straight axle, and it's got. Oh wait, yes, that is right. Phoenix straight axle does come with metal bearing plates. I forgot about that. I am sorry. I can't believe I forgot. Yes, that was a change that was made. Use them. It is a great strength update. Since the straight axle doesn't have the same reduction in the axles, it puts more stress on the transmission. Therefore, put the metal bearing plates in that transmission. What is the proper humidity range for the AMS on your X1 Carbon? Like, I don't know what the actual humidity reading is supposed to be. I just know that it gives me the little bubbles and it says you're either in or not in, which luckily for me, I'm in California and it's pretty dry here. Yeah. Peanut butter, banana, and sugar. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. Do you know what I do put sugar on, though, that most people probably won't understand? A lot of people will not like even the base food with or without the sugar. But I like to do sliced tomatoes with sugar. Delicious. I can also just do salt. Salt is fine, but just sliced, put a little salt on it, fine. But with sugar instead, oh, so good. So good. Tomatoes are gross. Yeah, a lot of people feel like that. That's what I was saying. Like, even the base food, a lot of people will not agree with. You disgust me, Josh. Sugar on tomatoes? That's sliced ketchup. I don't add sugar, but salt on watermelon is... salt on watermelon is the go-to. Stay away from sugar salt. What? That's a thing? Interesting. Joker 510. Super Shafty Capra axle replacement or offset VP Capra axle for sporty replacement if I break one. I'm staying with plastic housings on mine. I'm staying axial housings. So that's my plan for my sporty. If I break one, I will replace it with another plastic one. So yeah. Also, another thing that I grew up adding sugar to is my chili. So chili, sugar on top. Not saying that these are healthy habits, but damn good. It doesn't work with all chili, I'll say. It has to be the right chili. Now I want chili. It's in the middle of summer. Can I still make chili in summer? Nicole has a taco soup recipe that she makes. Oh, it's my favorite. But I usually make that while she's gone, or have that while she's gone. It's a crock pot one. And because it's like 6 different types of beans, and it's usually better if she's gone. Frito chili pot. Chili and corn. Brown. Ooh, chili is good year round. Okay. Yeah, Josh is going to be Wilfred Brimley. Diabetes. Matt continued the chili recipe he got off the back of a bean can. I'm pretty sure that the taco soup one that I really like is a Paula Deen recipe. And, you know, Paula Deen knows how to cook. Deer meat in your chili. I've had a lot of venison chili. And it's okay. It's not, it's got a flavor. Personally, the only way I really like venison is when it's mixed 50-50 with pork and done in jerky. What is the high-pitched sound beeping in the background? That is my air conditioning unit. And a cat. What's up, Chief? Chief's hollering. Venison sausage is off. It's okay. It's got a flavor. Yeah, it's... What's up, dude? What are you yelling at me for? Come here. He's gonna yell, but not come over here. Favorite chips? Dill pickle Lay's. Favorite chips. Now my cat is looking for you. That's because he's a loud one. Josh, chili does not have beans. What? red kidney beans belong in chili.
100%.
Confirmed. Josh has no taste buds.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Nope. No beans. And what is wrong with you guys? Chili has beans. Does he look scared? Freaking leopard. Chili without beans is not chili. 3 kinds of beans at least. See, that's yeah. Like, what's his way to? I don't know. He's maybe, I don't know, heavy to medium heavy. Take a pull. Okay. Oh, this is. And 16, 18. Oh, no, he's more than that. He's like, I don't know, 18 to 20, somewhere in there. Jesus. That's chili, beans, no beans. Temperature. They're literally called chili beans. Yeah. Texas chili has no beans. It's just like Texas barbecue. Terrible. Kidney beans or it's soup from Texas. Yeah. Beans is killing this one because that's the right answer. Memphis barbecue is great. Memphis barbecue is okay. It's okay. I think are they mainly vinegar based barbecue sauce in Memphis? I think so. Sneaky guns. Thank you. Gotta run, man. Always entertaining for sure. Thanks, John. We got a little off topic from RC cars. It's okay. Chief is hollering out there. Ain't that sissy KC barbecue? Kansas City is the best barbecue. The only. Now, I'm not saying KC masterpiece. That's fine. Fine barbecue sauce. But oh, this is an RC live stream. Scale chili guilt. I'm absolutely going to have to make chili. Nicole is gone? Yes. She is in Kansas City sampling the barbecue. I just came for the Hot Wheels. Oh, I know. I don't think that I have any new Hot Wheels in here. No, these are all just the ones that I need to take to work. My new ones are at work and they need to come here for live stream takeover. And then, yeah. I was supposed to get more Hot Wheels today. You know what? I'm pretty sure I have packages at the office that I have not looked at yet. I've been busy. And I haven't been waiting on any like specific parts that I needed. So I haven't been like, go get my packages. Zoku next week, that is probably my plan. I was going to do it this week. And nothing was getting, so that's what she said. Yeah. And Nicole will be here next week. So while I'm actually building something, she can be reading comments. So that is helpful. That will be helpful. But because I need to do a little bit of prep beforehand to be able to do that chassis build on here, like grab a kit Things like that. This just the little things that you'd need. Josh, have you or your dad been magnet fishing? I want to try it. Who knows if my dad has? I actually, there's no reason I should say that. I guarantee he has. Probably to find things that he lost. But I have not. But I've seen so many videos, and it absolutely looks fun. Honestly, I'd be more scared of what I'd find out here. Zoku and Nicole, next week will be epic. So yeah, I think I'm looking forward to that build there. I bought vinegar-based barbecue sauce once. Realized it was I was in the wrong aisle. Vinegar-based barbecue sauce and deodorant. This seems like the wrong. Zoku, is that some sort of Pokemon? Yeah. Got 4 shits, 3 floor shits. Big B, Big Dick B. There's, I don't. If you guys haven't seen that video, it won't make any sense. Chief is talking out a story. He absolutely is. I got home like just shortly before I had to go or had to come on here, so I didn't have time to play with him. Chief requires a lot of like active playing to be happy. You have to laser pointer, fetch. He plays a lot of fetch. He has little springs, these plastic springs, and you just throw it and he'll go run and get it, run back. You can't make eye contact with him as he's running back though, otherwise he'll just drop it at that point. You have to like look away, come back and drop it for you. He's a very special type of special. Yeah, so I use my infrared thermometer as for the laser pointer because he's a 9-volt, easily replaceable. But I'm gonna go grab it. Hold on, I'll show you. So I had to hide it when I walked in and grabbed it because he obviously knows what it looks like. And he'll walk up and he'll like find it on my desk and he'll just grab it and he'll shove it off the desk like, let's go. But also he knows the sound of the click that it makes. Yes, my desk has got dirty again. Don't worry about it. You can't see him yet, but and there he is. He's at the door. You can see his little ear there. He knows the sound of the click of this thing so well. He can be in a different room. As soon as you click it, he's right there. He's also bad at it in this room. There you go. Cat time. What's up, bro? He's still pissed, I can tell. A tidy home houses happy people. Is that better? Chief, don't start something you can't fit. Yeah, he's still sitting right there. A tidy house has never lived in. That, yes, I'm on that one. I live in a my area is very lived in. Nicole's area is the rest of the house, not as lived in. I leave a path of destruction. It's okay. I'm not here to judge. I do need to start on my... I could start on my actual body panels. I created the templates for it last week and then lost it. I remember what I was doing. I took it off and it like came apart and I just crumpled it and threw it away. So, what time is it? It's 7:41. I have time to get an actual... Bro. To get an actual panel probably done. So let's do that. Let's actually make some progress. Dude. You know what we could start with is the roof that we're definitely not doing on the forged carbon. So go. Plenty big. This is just... is this bowl 3/4 empty? Yeah, that's probably about right. So this is just transfer vinyl. It's got that grid pattern on it. But it's used for making vinyl stickers, and then you put this over top of it so you can like peel it off or, you know, transfer it onto wherever you're doing. Come on. But it's about the right amount of tack, so it's clear. So we'll take this and we'll just drop it on top. We'll take our... You know what? It's a I really appreciate all of you joining me tonight. So I'm gonna let you all witness the semi-annual changing of the blade, because this one's got like some dried carbon fiber resin on it. So I've got my, I think this was a 10 pack that I bought a few years ago. Still have 5 left, 4 now. Angels sing, clouds part. This is a special event. Is Matt in the chat? It happened, everybody. So, wow, that cut well. Jeez. That was wild. I don't think that I'm going to go all the way to the back. We're going to cut her short at the D pillar. Seriously, that new blade was so freaking sharp. It was ridiculous. It cut so well. Laying this piece back over top because I feel like that blade really got away from me and kind of went on the inside there. So That. Chief's back. Dude. You guys have to try new X-Acto blades every once in a while. Treat yourself. There was no sawing at all. I thought about getting serrated ones because I felt like they'd last a little longer. Let's see. We can trim from there, but now grab a sheet of aluminum from the pile. This is regular aluminum, right? Yes. This is 025 aluminum, which is the aluminum I prefer for body panels. And so evidently I needed a very small piece of this one once before. I don't know why. So now we'll pull our template off and just utilize that corner that has been previously mutilated. Why didn't I mark the holes? That was dumb. Put her back on real quick. A little more over. Okay. There we go. That's right. Hey Josh, mark the hole. Yeah, thanks. So just mark our holes here. Now transfer it back on. So Josh, do you sandpaper give panels brushed look? So generally what I'll take after this, and I could brush them. The roof I may do a brushed look, but most likely I'll wrap everything. Little hammer for this hammer is the best. Let's see that hammer. Just the all-time best tiny hammer. You can see the head of it's all swedged. Swedged? Swedged is the right word. So I marked the holes before because otherwise when I'm doing this, I could just wipe off that marker. And that wouldn't be swaged. Let's get this part clear. Normally I would rough out the shape of this on my shear, but my shear is in the garage and I'm live streaming from here, so okay. Now we've got to do our curve. Test fit. Looks pretty decent. Let's throw a eighth-inch bit, which is this. Cannot read it. I don't know if that was in the right spot or not. Or is that a 2.5 mil? It is 2.5. All right. Still got some nice bits from Frank, though. Perry G. Aluminum's okay, but it should have been carbon. Shut it, Perry G. Okay. It's very nice to have a drill block, by the way. Okay. So that template will not help us anymore. Other than cleaning up some drill shavings. Success. I just drill into my desk. So, let's check fitment before we polish and deburr. Check that everything is correct and lines up. Looks somewhere between pert near and damn near. think we got a winner. Do we? Oh, am I just off? Yep. Fair to Midland. Yeah, we're in pretty good shape. I want to take a little bit more off this side. That side's about perfect. So I'll take and mark underneath of this one. Here we go. That front edge is pretty perfect. We'll round that down a little bit when it's time. So it's so cool that you just made that. We'll get it in good shape. Those screw flatheads? No flatheads. Since this panel isn't very thick, I won't be able to put a chamfer on it that would be able to hide a flathead. And the part underneath of it isn't really thick enough for me to countersink so that I could force the material down into it. So I'll just use button heads. That's pretty standard for how I do a roof panel generally. I totally get it. And if I wanted to, you know, then I would do it. On my ripper, I've got I have an aluminum roof on my ripper too, but I put carbon fiber vinyl tape over top. Or vinyl, like a wrap. So we're going to trim up this side a little bit to take that. Grab a file and I'll just clean up these edges, put a little round over on it as well. You're gonna have to toss those screws now, they're used. Those were technically a pre-used screw. They haven't hit their expiration date yet. The sell-by date. Once they've sat on my desk and they've been passed over too many times, they have to go to the farm. So I'm just taking those hard corners and just putting a tiny little round over on them with a file. A manual file? That's Dremel's for. No, I don't. Dremels will get away from you. On thin aluminum like this, I typically won't Dremel. I'll pretty much always hand file. It files so smooth. Like it just... It's just a little bit and it'll give you that... Just a nice radius edge. So the other thing is with using tin snips that have like a serrated edge, it leaves that fine tooth pattern on it. And I don't like that. So I'll go through and clean up all those. But all it does is take a couple of swipes with a file. I have my trash can right here in front of me. That's what I'm like filing over. So that looks good. Let me see if I can show. So see that edge there, how it's got that real fine little like dotted That's from the jaws of a tin snip. It's serrated like that. And that's what I'm trying to get rid of. So yeah, like I'll show you again. So that edge has got that, sorry, light is difficult. That serrated look. Try and use the whole length of the file to keep that, or make that side straighter than it is. Because it's not perfectly straight. I cut it by hand and there's more effort on that one to straighten it out than there is to take off that serrated look. My snips have a straight cutting. I have ones without it too, but except you're only supposed to file in one direction. That's kind of true and has also been disproved a number of times. There's like the whole clean. There's actually really good studies on that. You can go through and they'll show like doing 100,000 passes this way or doing 100,000 back and forth and showing the difference and like the file witness marks and things like that. And it really, like, I get it. That was the mentality. That's what was taught, but it was one of those things that doesn't actually matter. There's people that will argue it, but there's really good stuff if you look at it. I'm surprised you don't have a benchtop sander. I do, out in the garage. And I could stop this stream and go do these much more quickly out there. But in the end, actually, I would still probably do this by hand. Working with this real thin aluminum, it's so easy that you don't really need anything. The only thing that would probably make this a little bit easier, a little bit nicer, is if I had a aluminum block with the sandpaper attached to it. There we go. Just sand it with a Dremel. Do it for Matt. I can't do it. In all honesty, I don't like Dremels that much for so many things. I don't know. I just don't. One thing, I actually did use a Dremel on this because when you TIG with that silicon bronze is just the right amount of soft that you can go in with a PCB cutting bit, and you can kind of like form and shape. If you had like a weld that you used too much filler and got a little too much on it, take that thing in there and you can just kind of carve it out and make it look good. Oh. I've got my Milwaukee cordless rotary tool out there, and okay, so let's grab the infamous weapon that I speared I still have a scar on that thumb. Blah! All the way in there. Ugh, still stings. Let's deburr these holes a little bit. Okay. Good shape. So, grab some hardware. Grab 4 5mm screws. That's not why I'm not using that. These are just the wrong angles and all that. Did the camera just move on its own? I don't know. I didn't move it. Oh, it's because I moved the trash can underneath the desk and it hit my tripod. So, am I? Yeah, no. It was me causing it to move. I just thought this place was haunted. I thought someone was running the camera for a minute. There's the new hardware. I gotta have it be all clean and matching and not too long and sticking through the roof and yeah. Okay. So now we just need to give it some shape, but I don't think I have a soft hammer in here. I don't have a rubber mallet, which I would normally use, but I'm sorry if that noise is terrible. There we go. Pretty good. So just wanted to give it a little bit of round over on the front there. So it follows that tube and just bends with it a little bit. Need a little bit more on that side. There we go. Much better. We're set. Done. Roof panel. Now, like I said, I'll skin that as well, so we'll have a wrap made. What thickness of aluminum is? 0.025. So 25 thousandths. Now, yeah, we need to do the full side panels. A little bit more involved, but we might still be able to. Let's see what we can do. Let's see how it fits. RC Underdog reporting from the trail. How many amps is the BEC on the 1060 and the 4 amps? 4 or 5? I think it might be 5 amp. I would have to go look again. I should know that, but I have forgot. What was the Morse code? That was that. So roof panel done. More vinyl. We're gonna have to go the long way. But if this goes right, okay. I'm done with that. You should have flattened out your can for the roof. That wouldn't match my theme. I'll have the panels all custom made. So we'll cut wow, that low. We're talking BEC amps, not total motor capacity. Like 60 amp is what the motor, or what it will output for the motor side. But the BEC is the circuit that takes the input voltage and drops it down to a regulated voltage for running your receiver or servos. And that is a totally different circuit than the motor. V8 motor. We're going to do a little pre-fitting before we lick it and stick it. Mamba X is a 8 amp, correct? I believe that that is true. I believe that the Fusion Pro is a 6 amp. Okay, so can I use I'm going to take one row off the bottom of this. Right. According to AMain, 1060 BEC is 2 amp 5 volt. I'll have to double check that. I'm pretty sure it's in the manual as well. There's a separate 1060 manual that we include. So mid to that point. So you're using a BCI Group 65. So using a BCI Group 65 battery in my RC would be overkill. I don't know what the BCI Group 65 amp. Right. If you're talking about total amperage output, that's a pretty. Most batteries will do more than that. On Hobbywing's website, it says 3 amp 6 volt. Yeah, that sounds more or closer to what I believe. I went through all those specs at the time, and I have not been back to them. Okay. Let's just peel it and stick it. Group 65. Group 65 is a car battery. Oh. Okay. So I don't really have to trim my. Damn it! Now I need to buy a roll of transfer tape. You can get it on Amazon cheap, and I've had this roll for like, I don't know, 3 years more, and it's still like I don't even know that I've put a dent in it. But for this type of stuff, it's sure nice. I mean, blue tape is always pretty easy to work with, but there's that. I can cut the top already. I didn't want to cut the front because it's holding it in place. Where's the mini Jesse James English wheel? Oh, absolutely wish that that was a thing that I could have. What do I do with the very sharp X-Acto? But there it is. Okay. That. Righty there. So, just to show you where we're at, I've got the transfer tape on the side there. I've got to trim that front, but I need to see where the hood lands. I've marked that front tube with a red marker because I want the extra to keep the thing held in place, even though it's not doing a very good job. Go around all the way to the back, and we need to trim the back to size still. What I haven't decided is I got to mark my my wheel openings. So the rear one, I'm just going to follow that tube. I'm going to go to about there. Yeah. So, just marked that out. We'll mark the back. Marking the back so that it's long. Okay. Oh, mark the holes. Exactly. Mark. Unfortunately, I don't have more of them to mark. And I may just do these 4 side ones and then get the rest after, just because I am a little concerned that with the stretch and or shrink of the aluminum, that things will be wonky. Oh, let's check the hood. Mark again. Mark, cut, check again. Okay. Okay, that'll work. Is this the same one? No. Like, did I cut the whole side off? Uh-oh. You guys see the problem yet? No. I do not want to have to 2-piece this. God. Bless it. No, it's too long. Do I waste 2 sheets to get just the side panels? Do I have 2 sheets? Okay, it does fit diagonally, but just. Oh, no. Got 2 sheets here, but these are dead soft aluminum. That's like the aluminum I use for doing the stamped metal. I don't. Oh, I do have enough. I didn't think that it would fit on this one corner to corner, but it will. Okay, so we do have enough. Whew. We're good. I do have where did my alcohol spray go? Do the dead soft so it gets some scale trail down. I know what you mean, but it's so freaking soft that I don't know. It's just, I think it's like it's too soft for me to do that. Ooh, can I cheat this down? Yes. So I cheated it down so that the wheel opening kind of around that. There's no way that I'm going to be able to get the other one out of this as well, because I'm like just past that diagonal. But I do have another sheet, which I'm fully willing to sacrifice. It's fine. This stuff is not that expensive. Hell, I was going to spend $300 in titanium. Okay. This is the one that I should really be doing with my shear in the garage. But instead, I'm here with y'all, doing it like a caveman. I definitely should have punched those holes first, just in case. Okay. We'll leave that sharp there. I'm going to leave this rounded edge, which I believe is correct, going around the corner of the back of that. But same with this one. It curves because it's going around that edge, but I'm going to go straight for now. In the end, these just wildly mangled, marred up sets of aluminum turn out looking pretty decent. All right. Cut out our wheel well here and punch those holes for mounting. And then we can start roughing this thing together, seeing how it's all truly gonna fit. Just score and snap like Lexi. There we go. There's our side panel. It looks like some sort of crappy elementary school fish. It's this big. I missed a super chat. Dang it. Thank you for the reminder. I was looking down for too long. Art E. Thank you, Art. It's after 8, so I'm going to say it. I can't believe Williams so far this weekend. I hope they keep the pace up. So I've only watched highlights of free practice, but I did watch a recap by P1, Matt, and Tommy. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty, it's pretty impressive. We'll see. You know, I saw Mercedes was down in like 11th and 14th and then 12th and 15th. Love to see it. I actually do like Russell. I just can't stand Hamilton. It's almost like the liveries on the Merc and Williams got switched. Maybe that super plain floor on the Williams is the trick. Dale C. Look at Dale. I haven't seen Dale in a while. Wreckfest tonight? I could possibly think about that. Actually, let's reuse some hardware for right now as to not spoil the newness of the new hardware for when we put that on. Okay. Is this the sort of fast copycat buddy? Yep. This is the Hack-A-Lack. Gotta keep the new hardware new. Exactly. Can't be. It's like letting someone smell your food. 80% of the taste is in the smell. Soaking up all the good stuff. Doesn't everyone have mock-up hardware? Ooh, that's looking good. I like it. So, I am going to watch out for your battery connector. Ah, that guy. worthy note. So, marked top and bottom. Oh, my freaking straight edges are out there. Choose an extra piece of the laser cut stuff. Gives us our okay, there we go. What's the fancy long nose marker? That's for like marking down through things and into holes. Just allows you to get, like, if you're doing any transfer things like that. It's long nib marker. But like, yeah, if you're ever trying to like do things like that, you're just like trying to mash the tip of a Sharpie in. This just makes things a lot easier. Not needed. It's very, not necessarily using it for the intended purpose right now, but it's nice to have. So we're looking okay. I'm not going to work too much on that rear curve until I get everything else dialed. Let's work on that bend first. Ah, moose jaw. I don't know if I've got any bodies specifically, other than my Sporty. I do need to get that painted. It's only been sitting for a better part of a year. I will see if there's anything else. So, now that we've done that, I have 4-inch duckbill pliers here. So, we'll grab that. I had marked that bend line. Mark just a hair past it. And then just give it a little bend. See how that fits. I think that's probably too much, but that's okay. Much too much. Okay. Okay, we just need to do a little notch out around that tube is what we're missing. We'll start with a little notch and work our way around. What gauge metal for sliders did I use on this one, or if you're just making on your own? If you're making on your own, like 16 gauge. It depends on what tools you have available. And I assume you mean steel, but I shouldn't. Like if you're using aluminum, of course aluminum and steel are different gauge, whatever that is called, standards. .20 gauge steel, yeah, 20 gauge. That's thin. if you're not tying it in to anything else, 20 gauge, I feel like would be awfully thin. Maybe you get away with it, I guess. Need a hair more. Enough we can just file it though. Little hand filing. So took a little cooperation adjustment down there. Grab our mock-up hardware again. Okay. Josh Splenlove, good seeing you again, sir. Long time. Why aren't you building a second one for Matt? Okay, so pretty good shape there. Let's check hood clearance. Can't push it down any more than that. And I'm like a not even 1/16 of an inch clearance. Okay. Definitely good enough to roll with for now. If there's any adjustment or anything like that needed, we'll roll from that, but that's all looking pretty all right. Need to roll that front edge. We'll get close. So this up here needs to be just smoothed really to be the right length. Right back here we haven't done any of this yet. So we get that done. That bottom edge is the right length. That just needs to be cleaned up. This is about right. We just got filing to do. I need to put an ever so slight crease right there so that it makes that corner properly. When you just get big aluminum side panels on things though, it makes the whole thing look so much taller until you put some graphics on it. It's like, ugh. It's okay. They always come out all right. Josh Blendlove, thanks again, sir. Have the D44s been discontinued? No, D44s are still running. They're just only, so many sets a week that get put up of those. They still go really fast when they hit. But those are in a regular production. So, those aren't going anywhere. No plans to discontinue those at all. I do know that our production on them isn't that fast though, because I was going to use some in Trucks of Freedom, and Michael about jumped. He's like, no, he's like, I can't get enough of those already. You can't give them away in that. And I was like, fine, whatever. So, but yeah, they're not a super high priority, so we're not making this crazy amount to like keep up well with everything. But at least they're back. They're at least there enough that, they are available. So I'm going to try and work these panels back to roughly the shape they're supposed to be. That big curve out of them. What's up from Guam? How's it going? I'm just waiting for some darker 310s. That is not going to happen. 310s are discontinued other than whatever hits the site. Like, we still have some that are still going to plating. They still get put up. But those wheels aren't long for the world. If you really like 310s, I suggest you snatch the ones you can while available. But like I said, they're not like, if they sell out of a color, that color will likely come back, but it's only until like the ones that are already machined get through. Okay. Duck bills up there. What about 127s? You know what? If we made those, then we discontinue those too. But no. Do we make a 127? Like the Bully? Aren't those 227s? Very. Yes, the Bully. Isn't the Bully the? Is it 127? No, the Bullies are still in production. Those aren't going anywhere anytime soon at this point. There we go. Looking good. XD 127. Okay, yeah, that was wrong. OMFs and Alcoas. A little bit of fine tuning here. Bring back the Roos. That is one that likely won't happen. That was an underappreciated wheel, an underperforming seller, and right. Y'all got any of them OMF double stamps? I mean, I could literally make those any day that I wanted. I just don't want to. Like, all the double stamps created was scrapped parts because of lasering. So I made the decision to not do that again. It's like, nope, we're done with that double stamping. There's no need for that. There we go. You can't triple stamp, double stamp. You can't triple stamp, double stamp. Okay. Double. Any more 2.2 choices coming? I don't know. Depends on how 2.2 sales sustain. If 2.2 sales don't, you know, if they taper off real bad, then probably not. I bought an Enduro U-Tron 3 weeks ago. Now just wait on it to show up, but I hate the body on it. Yeah, it is an egregious body. That is a terrible body. I mean, I don't know if the Lloyd body. No, the Lloyd's still worse. But I'm trying to think of another body that's I'm trying to think of another body that's worse than that one. The Gozer? No, I don't mind the Gozer. I'd be more on board with a Gozer. Give me a different one. What's another one that would be somehow worse than that U-Tron body? Ranger? Nope. I'm on board with the Ranger. I want the U-Tron just for the IFS 2, then put my Night Runner stuff on it, or just move the IFS 2 to my Night Runner. Right. Yeah, I mean, I get if you want to have like an accurate, a scale accurate. A Stuga? You mean a Suga? The Shaggin' Wagon. Yeah, that's worse. The Proline van body was absolutely worse. Although I use mine every day. Every single day. The Proline military thing. Ugh. No, I think it was better. The 70s rock band. Yeah, that's what I'm calling the Shaggin' Wagon. Striker was pretty bad. What was the Striker? I don't remember that. Proline Strike Force. I think it's better than that U-Tron. That U-Tron is awful. Anyone who says different is either silly or getting them from Associated. Your cat doesn't count as using that body. Bullshit. That body has more miles on it than Speaking of Chief, there he is. Power Wagon runs away giggling. What's up, bro? Axial Ridgecast, worst body ever? I think that body's way better. Dude. I liked the Ridgecast body. I thought it was kind of like cool S10 Blazer. Thanks for checking in. I'll clean up some of these edges. Jeep Gladiator body. The Proline Jeep Gladiator body was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. My two cats went to war today. They straight up found to see who could bring the most wild animals to me. Dropped them off the table, yelled, and they go, "Wah." I'm glad that these are indoor cats. Honestly, I don't think Chief would be much of a killer. What's up, Bubba? That's a big boy. He knows the laser pointer's up here is what he's doing. It's right there. We'll see if he says it. What's up? Good boy. I wonder if anyone makes a Pontiac GT. Trying to think. Does anyone? Probably not. Not a lot of Pontiac bodies out. If anyone's making a Pontiac body and it's not an Aztec, I don't know what's wrong with them. An Aztec is the only correct body choice. It's Class 1 body for next year. Pontiac Aztec. Now I just got to convince Matt. There you go. Oh, yeah. Getting in them ears. Is it ever too late to start an RC channel? Nope. There's RC channels that started a year ago that are bigger than mine. Like, do it. And if you do like more mainstream content, you can grow huge in no time. If you want to do content that is very alienating, you can be like mine. What? What receiver transceiver do I use for mine? I use a Futaba 7PX. Pet me, slave. Yes. He is very bossy. Honestly, Suki is more bossy than he is, though. When she wants pet, you can't even throw her off the chair. She'll be right back on top of you. Go grab drink, then Wreckfest? Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. I could be persuaded into that. Oh, that's a good... But this boy here is just not letting me do anything yet. 4 p.m. should be okay to use... 4 p.m. should be okay, or use my M70. Yeah, 4 p.m. will do most anything you need, and a crawler especially. An Aztec is like a bad boob job. Somebody paid more than it's worth, and everybody stares at it for the wrong reasons. Yeah, the 4 p.m. I use the 4 p.m. and the 4 PV. I use the 4 PV for a really long time. I've got a 4 p.m. It's still a great... Actually, I think I just sold my 4 p.m. to Eric Baker. For your close-up? Time for your close-up? I think he's just staring for... Pontiac View. He's just waiting to show you his butthole. That's all he's after. Cat Bunny. What's up, Bubba? Come on. Good boy. My truck's Freedom came with a gray RTR and extra trans gears. Do I need to upgrade them? So the ones that it came with are machined gears, which are a lot stronger. They're definitely worth installing. Or you can wait until they break and then do it. And you may never have to. What do you need? There's an Instagram page that pops up on my stream all the time, and it says the name of it is "Show Me Your Boat Hole," and it's hull like HULL, boat hull. Show me your boat hole. Lots of good boating videos though. Put your butt away. All right, 9 o'clock on the dot. Calling it a night. We got something done the second leg of this stream. FP2. It is Formula One weekend, Dale. I might not be able to play for too long before I have to be like, oh, it's time to go. So let's call that a night. Much appreciated to all. Hope you have a great weekend. Play it on the other screen. It's not on right now. I just have to go to bed at a reasonable time. I'm still gonna load it up here, but for the rest of you guys. Much appreciated. Thanks for joining. It was a great time. We'll see. Maybe Sunday. Oof. Do I dare try a second STL Sunday? We'll see. We shall see. Later, guys.